Hi, welcome back. It's my life with plants. You like my dragonfly there? That's to scare off bees and wasps, especially here in Japan. Got these giant hornets that are 2.5 inches long. Anyway, we're going to have a look through the garden today. This is a garden special. Orchid lovers, we have a variegated Cymbidium Gueringii, which is native to Japan. It's got some new growths there. You can see one there and one right there. They don't respond too well to repotting. This is an example of one. It's got an offshoot now, so this one has one here, this one is a little bit struggling, but it should come away. It just takes time. Yep, those are native orchids. They're up here in the shady area. I do grow other things, of course. Right here, I'll try and take it down first. Just put this camera down so I can do it. Right. Up we go. This is Sologeny. Well, my screen's become so they made my screen brighten. This is Sologeny intermedia, and it's got all these new growths. One there, one there. It's got a growth there. Couple there. I keep it pretty moist because it is extremely hot today. Today's temperature is by an amazing whopping 37 degrees, which is a little over 95 Fahrenheit, which is too much. Down here, this is a native of Japan too, and also a lot of Pacific Islands, and it is come on, name, come to me. I'm not going to get the names, not going to come to me right now. And here are peonies. You can see them right there. They're starting to get new bulbs for me. Yeah, what is this? It's a ground orchid. There's yellow fragrant flowers. Fias. It's a Fias. I'll put the name on the screen. It's just not coming to me. Over here I got a bunch of plants. This thing is, these are Ceres Jamicarus, and this is their newest growth this year from my finger going up.
もう遊び行っちゃったの？うん。行っちゃったの？うん。これやってかなかったの？
やった。あ
そこにあるけど。
あ。
本当。こんなに暑いのに。
And we just got a bit interrupted there by the mother-in-law. This one snapped in high winds in winter. It is healed over. I didn't cut it, I just left it as is. It's got one offset, it's got two big ones here. This one can be just used as propagation. Once these get bigger, I just cut them off and sell them or give them away. And I just keep these two ones that are 5 foot. Yep, they're about 5 foot. I've got a huge Stapelia gigantea here. If you're into those kind of succulents, mine's an enormous thing. And then I grew that one from a couple of pieces that I cut off, and plus I've got another couple upstairs. And this one here is got two massive buds on it. It is a Stapelia too. Stapelia unicornis. So it loves it here in this western side of the house. It's growing like anything. Plus we have a plant there, and we got another down there. If you look at my older videos, you'll catch this one. This is Gymnocalycium saglionis that I bought as it was a much smaller plant at the time, and lost all its roots, its taproot, everything. It was just the cactus, and I tossed it up the side of the property. Winter came along, I got snowed on. It was like underneath snow, and it had been like that for the next 2 years. I'd just been leaving it there, and it was sitting in the garden on some shrubs, some thick grass, and there was many times I was going to throw it out. I was just waiting for an opportunity for it to actually start rotting, because I thought it was dead. And I picked it up again after those 2 years, and I thought, I'll just stick it in this pot. And then I thought, hey, wait a minute, it's starting to look good. It's starting to plump up. And then I went to touch it, and it had rooted. Now I tried to root the thing in a pot, and it wouldn't grow a root system. I tried for a year before that, and here it is today. It's just amazing. This thing is so incredible cactus. Gymnocalycium saglionis. It's well unrooted in there. Let's see. Alright, let's get going. This thing here is actually coil of incense that you burn so that you don't get infested with mosquitoes. The smoke keeps the mosquitoes away. Here we have this conifer tree here, and our first one up. Ta-da! This is Vanda falcata. Look at that nice new root grabbing onto the mount. And these are two little small pieces of a larger plant that is mounted to the trees. This one here is a Dendrobium moniliforme, variegated, that I just purchased last week. This is Brassavola nodosa, and we got a surprise here because we have a new growth number 1. We have a new growth number 2. We have a new growth number 3 and number 4. So it likes it there, and it's on a nice piece of cork that cost me $20 for that. That's just how much cork is, but I was determined to put it on this cork. It's got a rope with the wire hanger hanging off the tree. that one will come in during the winter. It will not stay out here. Mounted on the tree is an update of this Vander Falcater. The roots could be grabbing onto the tree, and by that time, in a year's time, that moss will be gone. It'll be just roots and orchid. This is the Dendrobium, what do you call it again? It's a nobile. It has this nice new growth that's continued to grow well. Right in there we have another. I'm touching it with my finger. It's got a nice lump of moss there. These roots should start growing onto the tree, and that's a new growth there too. Dendrobium. Well, you know what? No wonder I can't think. It's only 37 degrees. Because of this hot weather, the phone will cut out from time to time. Underneath this big shrub is a Cymbidium Goringii that I put under here years ago. It's got a new growth there. One here, one over there, and one there. There's a growth in there too. And plus there's seedlings that are growing. Squat under here. These are the seedlings. Going by the texture of the leaf, they are, and they're definitely well rooted in, right in there. So it's seeded and it grew on. This is a species that grows in Asia, up on cliffs and mountains and on bare rock, especially limestone. And it's a one of those ferns that shrivels up and looks dead and curls up. Resurrection fern. Resurrection fern pops up everywhere now. Spores fly around. Get a lot of it there too. Whew. This is what I thought that plant was. It was growing underneath there, but it's not, because it feels different. It doesn't have the serrated edge like the Cymbidium has, which gives it away. Oh, there's the top half of that one that got in big trouble during the winter and snapped off. It's rooting up in there. It's probably got roots now. I gave it some water the other day. We got lots of cacti that I can sell off later, and lots of Orchids. And this is my other batch of 50 hybridized Echinopsis that I don't know what kind of flowers they will have, but they are nice plants now. They just need to grow. That's all. Grow. These are some other plants that I will sell off or give away. This one has lovely purple. This one has light pink. And we've got yellow. That's a white flowering one. That's a pink. Many more there. We have reached the tree. Here's our first monoliforme. There's a slater bug making its way down. Yep, it's doing great. Doesn't want to focus right now. How's that? There we go. You can see those new growths there. And this one too. This one has the 2 new growths. And if I pop over this side of this tree and bang my hat while I'm going around, this is the other Vanda falcata. They had ants running all over it. There's ants, you just make it obvious that it's got scale. So I rub my fingers along it. So it should be rooting on there. It's just a matter of looking around and seeing how these roots are going. There should be roots attaching to the tree by now. I missed that part. I've got to trim those little branches off. There's another monoliforme. And there's one here too. It has lots of new growth, so it's nice and healthy. This one down on the lower part of the trunk here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 new growths. And then down here we have another Cymbidium Garingii. It's got a nice new growth there, which is good news. That means that it is growing well underneath this tree, which is quite a lot higher than the surrounding ground. So it drains away. Got more of the resurrection fern that's going crazy under here with growth. There's a tree I planted. Okay. Phone's still on. Okay, down here is, look at the size of the leaves. You won't believe if I tell you what this is. You're going to think it's a Phaeus, aren't you? Well, no. It's the ground orchid. It's native to Japan and China. And it gets this monstrous. Look at the gigantic leaves. It's got some seed pods that have developed. And this is Bletia. Yep, it has the blue flowers. It just spreads everywhere. What they know? Right. You can see there's the corns. Look at that one. That's a big fatty. Big and thick. Just gonna dig some up. Plant it somewhere else. Yes. The Tila grows really well. An interesting plant here. And now it's got a seed pod on top. It looks like it's stuck on there, but actually that's the fruit or the seed. It's a Japanese native tree. I have to put the name on the screen. But it has its flower in the center like a Pleurothallus orchid. Right on the top of the leaf there. And it's a shrub. And I think it's pollinated by ants. So there it is there. It's been here for years and years. It has a root system that can put out new trees, like this one here. And the leaves have like a, if I run my finger that way and then reverse it, it's got like a very sandpapery texture. Pretty neat, huh? It's lotus. It's on the menu in Japan, most of Asia. They eat the lotus roots. This one's just grown as an ornamental. And Latila. Let me step over here. Latila, this is the white flowering one that I planted here. This is what it's done after 3 years. It's become this big mess of spread out plant with many, many bulbs. Yeah. There's more of that resurrection fern native to Asia. You can see it there. When it dries out, it all curls up as if it's died. And then it has a lot of sugars that it uses, that it builds up in its tissue for an emergency, so such as excessive drying, and then it pushes it all out, all those carbohydrates and sugars. Got cut off again. Anyway, I got this unboxing to do. Here it is. Echinoceros. There's one here. This one's really good. Nice healthy one. It's a short piece. And it says that it's a bonus, a present, a gift. So these are the ones I ordered, Ziggy. So I thought, I better also just give it a try. There's some Echinoceros. It's been years since I had one, and I got scared away from them because I had trouble growing them. But I'm a better grower now. So these are, it's a mealy. Alright, it's definitely a cut. Needs to heal more. This one's already got roots on it. Yeah. Okay. Got nice big pieces, so I got no complaints whatsoever, and I got plenty of it. This one has a beautiful pink flower, by the way. White and fluffy something in there, which kind of reminds me of mealies, and it is. And because it's got mealies, I'm going to get out the insecticide, put this in a bag, and give it a good drench, because I don't want mealies. Oh, and I fell over. The grower was generous and gave me quite a lot. うん？
ああ、お疲れ。大丈夫？
うん。
どう？その調子、帽子。
うん、大丈夫。
あ、ごめん、なんかやってたの？
うん？ This one here is a bonus. That's a bit. No wonder the mosquitoes are coming. Ran out of coil, incense coil. So they're all coming this to give me a hug. Ta-da! I got a free echinopsis. Ah, okay, it's got the name here. Alright, gotta keep that. I'm gonna check it up. It's probably a white flowering one, no doubt. But nice gift anyway. All of this has to go. Alrighty. First thing we've got to do is do a drench. So this is it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pieces of Echinoceras. The second name not going to come to me. But it should do well. Because I actually seen them growing in pots here in Japan. In shallow terracotta pots up on walls, exposed to all the weather, even all the rain. So they are fine. Right, and I got this bonus or freebie there. It says it's a freebie. Yay. So I'll put a photo of the actual flower on the screen there. And I gotta drench this because it's got mealybug eggs in there. So better get on to it. Thanks for watching this garden episode and the update of my orchids. Hope you found it interesting. And leave some questions if you like. And just send me a comment. I like answering everybody's comments. And until next time, we'll see you. Bye bye.